Hello beautiful souls, it's Karen here at Soul Magic Inspiration. I'm here with a twin flame soulmate reading for those of you in separation, no contact. And today we're going to look at why did you meet your twin flame and what lessons have you learned from this connection. And it's been a while since I've done one of these, so I wanted to look at the energies right now. I just want to say a big thank you for your love and support. I really appreciate that. If you enjoy my content, I have a Patreon from just £3 a month. I have a deck shop. All my decks you'll see me using in my readings are for sale, and I do personal readings, and all the links are down below if you're interested in that. So thank you so much. If this reading resonates, I'd like to know your comments. That'd be great. So we're going to start with the Divine Masculine energies. So we've got other worlds and times. So I feel that when you connected with each other, they did have like some sort of past life memory flashback or some sort of deja vu. You know, when you meet somebody and you think you know them, but it's possibly the first time you met them in this lifetime, but they did have that remembrance that they knew you from somewhere. And we've got cracked. So distortion, you know, this is, you know, Twin Flames is all about mirroring. We mirror the good and the bad aspects. And our reality mirror, the masculine's reality mirror was cracked. It was distorted. He wasn't seeing the truth of things at that time, okay? He wasn't seeing the truth of what this connection was, of who you were, Divine Feminine. And we got unfulfilled. He was very unfulfilled in his life. And he may be someone that is very, you know, has got a lot of material success in his life, may have achieved a lot in work, may have plenty of money, may have some sort of status, but there's some deep unfulfillment here, okay, some deep unfulfillment within him. And I feel that's on the emotional level. And we got childlike. So I feel this person was quite emotionally immature, okay? When you met them, you could have felt that as well. Yeah, you could have felt that as well, that they were quite emotionally immature. They could have inner child wounds as well. Maybe they had a very difficult childhood, and that can stay with us, you know, that can stay with us. So I'm just going to clarify a bit with the tarot with those energies, and then we're going to move on with the other oracles that I've got there. So as I said, I feel that when they met you, they felt that they'd known you in other times, other worlds. What can you tell us about that other worlds, other times energy? Tell us about the other worlds, other times. We've got soulmate energy here, lovers energy. So that is my soulmate card. So, you know, they could have subconsciously picked that up, that you were soulmates, that you were a soulmate to each other. But again, they may not have been consciously aware of it. They could have felt this connection and they could have seen it as purely lustful in some way, okay? And not recognise the true value of it. That's why I'm saying their reality mirror was cracked. They were not seeing the truth of it. So what can you tell us about the mirror, the highest light and love? What can you tell us about that? Can you tell us about that? Yeah, we've got Eight of Swords energy. So I feel this person was very much up in their head, a lot of mental energy, not in touch with their emotions, not in touch with their feelings, feeling stuck, feeling that they can't move forward in life, just really overthinking and really stuck in that energy. And we've got that unfulfilled energy there. So what is that talking about there? So I feel that they were not fulfilled. As I say, they could have plenty of material possessions, but they were not fulfilled. Yeah, we've got the Eight of Cups. So they may have been walking away. When you met them, maybe they were walking away from a situation that was unfulfilling for them. Maybe they'd separated or divorced. But this led to a transformation with the Death card, okay? And also, I feel for a lot of you, they walked away from your connection as well. But they had this emotional immaturity. So what can you tell us about that? Yeah, they felt left out in the cold. They felt a lack of love, I feel, in their life. A lack of nurturing. Maybe they grew up in a very poor household as well, with poverty, with lack. And they grew up with that mentality. And even though they'd financially achieved success, if this resonates, they still had this lack mentality. They felt unfulfilled, but I feel it was around their emotions. What else? There was a lack in their, you know, their emotional life. But I feel meeting you triggered them to move away from past ways of thinking. I mean, it could have taken some time for them to walk away from negative patterns and behaviours, maybe addiction, cycles, codependency. But they're moving away from that. It could have taken some time. I feel this could even be quite recent that they're moving away from that, okay? Okay, let's look at these. So we got intimidated. So they may have felt intimidated by you in some way for some reason. Maybe because of who you were, like your free spiritness, your view on the world, your thoughts, your ideas. Maybe you were somebody who didn't conform. And they became fixated on you almost, I feel. It became a bit addictive, you know, they might have become a bit obsessed with you. Seeking solace, I feel maybe there was an in and out energy where they were going through something in their life and they would seek you out because they felt comforted and nurtured in your presence because that's your energy. And they seeked out that solace with you, if I can speak. And then they would leave you, you know, so it was like in and out energy. I'm going to clarify. Yeah, they were lost in the darkness. So, you know, they were not feeling good about themselves. They were in that unfulfilled space. They didn't know which way to go. They were, you know, they had done well successfully, but they just didn't feel happy. And psychic, you knew too much. So I feel that they understood that you had psychic abilities or highly intuitive, highly empathetic. And you picked up things about them that maybe they never told you, and that spooked them out, I feel. That definitely spooked them out. So yeah, we got intimidated. So what is this about, Spirit? Why were they intimidated by the Divine Feminine? Got the Five of Wands. I feel that could be because you stood up for yourself. Maybe you had strong disagreements with this person or arguments, or you were somebody that just, you know, you just spoke your mind, and maybe they were used to people just going along with what they wanted. Anything else about that? What else about that? But you had this very loving energy, so, you know, you did it in a loving way. You know, it wasn't harsh, I don't feel, judgmental. You were loving with them, but you did speak up for yourself, and you were very loving and nurturing to them. As I say, that's why they kept coming back. But there could have been some sort of obsession around this now. There could have been some sort of obsession. So what can you tell me, Spirit, about that? Can you tell me about that, Spirit? Yeah, we got Ten of Swords. So, you know, they could have been going through some darkness. As we said, we got the darkness there, Ten of Swords, stabbed in the back. Maybe they've been through betrayals and they didn't trust people in general, particularly feminines maybe, and they were going through a depression period or anxiety period, or there was a lot that was going wrong and they were in their head about it. They weren't in their feelings about it, so they were in their head about it. But, you know, they seek solace with you and your energy. So what is that about? What's that about? Why were they seeking solace with the feminine? Why were they seeking solace with the feminine? There was defeated energy here in their life. So I feel for some of you, they could have come out of another situation maybe before you met them, okay? They were feeling defeated. Maybe they felt their ego was dented. They felt a lack of self-esteem in themselves, and they were lost in the darkness, okay? And you gave them that solace, that comfort, okay? And, you know, they just used that. So why is the darkness there? Why is the darkness there? Yeah, Nine of Swords. So, I mean, they were, when you met them, they were going through a lot in their own lives, I feel. Struggling, sleepless nights, worries, could be health issues, could have been issues with an ex-person, maybe issues around children, custody, financial issues around a home, you know, lots of things that were keeping them awake at night, okay? So they saw you as very psychic, so you could pick up things, so that they were very wary about that energy, I feel. Why is that there? Psychic energy. Why is the psychic energy there? The highest light in love. But they felt burdened. As I said, they had a lot going on in their life right then. And the Chariot reverse, they were not in a position to move forward. What else? What else about that psychic energy? With the Queen of Cups, I feel they saw you as somebody very together at that time. They saw you as somebody that seemed to have it, you know, everything sorted in your life. You seemed in a good position. You seemed okay on your own. You seemed financially stable, independent, grounded. They didn't feel needed, in other words. But they had so much going on in their life anyway. So what other lessons? So we've got codependent relationships. So again, I feel that applies to both of you, actually. You could have had a history of codependent relationships where there's that neediness, there's, you know, inner child wounding, attachment, you know, order disorders, creating something that's not necessarily that healthy. But they, you know, there was this soulmate connection here. As I say, this is a soulmate connection, or twin flame if you resonate with that. Okay, but they could have felt something, but they didn't admit it. And again, you have a telepathy link. So you You could have a strong telepathy link with this person. You could be picking up on their energies, picking up on thoughts, feelings, dreams. You could be connected in the 5D with this person. And this person had to learn about give and take in relationships. So they could have been in relationships where the other person overgave and they just took, or vice versa. There wasn't a balance. It just wasn't balanced. Their relationships weren't balanced. And they're learning to have a union of hearts, souls, bodies and minds to come into a proper union with somebody. Okay, not in that needy, codependent energy. Not in an ego-driven energy. And this is my deck, Love Lessons. And this is my deck, Sacred Journey of Twin Flames Oracle. Yeah, there was attachment styles, codependent neediness in their relationships, in their patterns of relationships. Not healthy. And maybe they settled as well. They settled in a relationship that was easy, they felt, but maybe it wasn't in the end. Somebody that was like maybe meek and mild, didn't challenge them, and I feel that you did challenge them. But I don't think it helped. You know, I think they made a mistake. Maybe somebody was being fake with them and pretended to be like that, but when they actually were in a relationship, in a marriage or whatever, they were not like that. And they've been doing healing. You know, they're doing that inner work. They're healing themselves right now, and particularly inner child work they could be focusing on right now. We can see there's some inner child wounding here that definitely needs work. So let's look at this message. I am devoted to my divine partner. I am reliable when I say I will do something. I keep my promise and honour my sacred vows. So again, they could be somebody that wasn't in their integrity. They could have been with you. They could have been in that in and out energy because they were wounded from what had happened before. They weren't in the energy of trust. They didn't trust in anybody. They were overthinking everything. They were in their head. But I feel they're coming into that energy where they want to be the best version. They want to be somebody that is there for somebody, and that their word is their bond. Because how can you trust anybody if they say one thing and do another? And they want to earn, I feel they want to re-earn your trust, Divine Feminine, and to show you that they can be like this, and they want to honour the vow of this connection. Yeah, they want a commitment. They want to commit to something with you. They want to honour this relationship. They want to honour this connection, and they want to commit to working on this with you together. And I feel even though you're doing individual healing, I feel once you come together, you will really get some deep healing. And yeah, coming into balance. So they're coming into their own balance within themselves, with the masculine and feminine, the dark, the light, you know, working on their shadow, the good, you know, the negative, the positive. Working on that balance, maybe working on the chakras, and coming into that divine masculine energy, being their authentic, powerful divine masculine energy, not being in a toxic masculine energy. My life is built on a firm divine foundation, and any foundations that will not be on divine solid ground will fall away from my highest and greatest good. So they're being encouraged every step of the way by their guides, their angels, to build something solid in the future, and to come out of this maybe casual connections, flaky relationships, not being in that integrity, not being somebody of their word. And they want to create this. They want to build solid foundation for the future and be the best version of themselves and build this with their divine feminine. Spirit wants to tell Divine Masculine that you are divinely supported during this transformative stage within your life. The future may seem uncertain at this time, and this can feel unsettling. We want to reassure you the current upheaval is necessary to bring change, clarity and awareness to the path you should follow. Opportunities will emerge soon, bringing you the breakthrough you've been waiting for. You have asked for your life to be taken in an exciting new direction, and your prayers will be answered soon. So they could be feeling in the rut. They could be wanting a change. They're wanting to move forward in a much brighter way, I feel. And you may currently be feeling a dark, heavy energy and anxiety. The tension you're feeling is not based on the physical reality, which is great news. This is your subconscious manifesting fear as you manifest worries. As these fears and doubts come to the surface, you can truly begin to do the inner work by putting your thoughts in check and creating your own reality by aligning with spirit. You can embrace a more confident attitude by realizing the illusion of fear as a spiritual weapon to delay and prevent your blessings. Take control of your negative thoughts by transmuting them to spirit as soon as they arrive. So they could be coming into awareness and awakening right now of what is going on in the collective, you know, what's going on in our reality, where fear is pushed to the nth degree to keep us stuck, to make us, you know, get into that fear energy, just feeds into the dark aspects of reality, instead of focusing on the light, which is our blessings, our powers to manifest our true reality. And I feel the masculine is coming into that awareness and knowing here. Yeah, abundance. They're wanting to create abundance in their life here. And maturity. Yeah, they've matured. You know, they were emotionally immature, I feel, before. And they're really maturing. And this person's writing a letter, and it's a feminine. But they could be guided to communicate with you. Maybe they're writing a journal. Maybe they're writing a book or poems, putting their feelings down on paper. This could be a communication coming towards you. And they want to be romantic. They want to be your knight in shining armour. They want to come forward and be chivalrous and be the person they should have been in the first place. And now they're coming into that energy and showing you who they really are. They're romantic, loving, divine, masculine. So let's look at some of my decks. We've got my divine quality deck. So what qualities does the masculine have? Compassion. Do not judge yourself or others. So getting into that compassionate energy will really help the masculine heal. Pride. Pride in yourself, all you are and all you've achieved. So being proud of what you've done and achieved, divine masculine. You know, being in that energy of self-worth, self-esteem, self-love. And creativity. Use your gifts and talents. It's good for the soul. So getting creative. You know, what are your talents? And creativity really does help you feel better about yourself and expressing your emotions. And nurture yourself and others. So always take care of you. Look after yourself. And final messages of my Love Yourself deck for the masculine. You are always protected. So the spirit guides want you to know you're protected. Alone time is needed right now. So there may be some inner work to be done. Some self-reflection work for the masculine. And again, be compassionate with yourself and others. So I feel compassion is a very big theme right now for the masculine. He really needs to stop beating himself up and overthinking and really be compassionate. And give himself that loving, nurturing compassion. So I'm going to pause the video and then we're going to get the feminines. Hello, we're back with the divine feminine energy. So why did you meet your twin flame and what lessons have you learned, divine feminine? Obviously it's a general reading, so just take what resonates. So we've got creative. So I feel it's really opened you up creatively, got you to tap into that creative aspect of yourself again, and reflecting the light. So reflecting the light, this person reflected the light back at you as to who you truly are and birthing something new. So for some of you, it could actually be a pregnancy in the future. You're wanting to have a home, a family, and this is something you're manifesting. Or it could be a creative project that you're birthing, an idea, a new home, a new way of life, you know, something new. So we're going to clarify with the tarot and own it, girl power. Yeah, this experience really got you back into your power. This really has helped you to get back into that energy of self-love, self-awareness, putting yourself first, knowing that you are powerful, knowing that you are deserving of all good. And, you know, this person could have made you feel not good, okay? But these are powerful connections that trigger growth within us, okay? And sometimes it is hard. It's very hard. The lessons can be hard. So let's look at that creative energy. What is that about there for divine feminines? What's the creative about for divine feminines? I feel this is a rebirth of your creative talents. Maybe this was something you put to the back burner because of things going on in your life. Maybe you had a busy life and your focus was, maybe you had children with somebody else. Maybe you had big work commitments, or you were out socializing and your creative side got neglected. So I feel this is something you've always had, and maybe as a child you were more creative, and now for a lot of you, I feel you're rebirthing this. You're rebirthing your creativity. You're coming back into that inspiration and creating beautiful things. And I feel it's divinely guided here as well. But this person triggered that rebirth in you. And again, reflecting the light. This person saw your light. And maybe you didn't see your light, but I feel this person felt your light very much. And reflected it back at you. So you, again, you realised this awakened your divinity, your path. And we've got the Ace of Wands. How beautiful is that? So this got you back in touch with your passions. And I mean, it could have been a very passionate connection with the masculine. And this, again, could have reawakened passion within you, especially if you've been in connections that were not passionate, or you had, you know, not a good love life. And this awakened passion within you, but not just, as I say, within like your libido, but within your creative aspect of who you are and your sexy sensual side as well. This masculine awakened that in you. So we've got birthing something new. So what is that talking about here? Yeah, Ace of Coins. So this is going to bring in financial abundance, whatever that is. And for some, obviously, it could be a home and a family, but you're going to have the money to do that. So this creativity could be bringing in you financial abundance. I feel it's linked with that. And you're stepping into your power here. Stepping into your power. What is that talking about? For the highest light in love? Yeah, you've been transforming. You've been going through a transformation. And we've got the star energy. And there's a heart on there. Look at that. How beautiful. So I feel you've had a heart chakra awakening. Your heart has started to open. You could have been closed off. You know, you could have been in closed off heart energy. And, you know, you've been doing healing with the star energy. So this connection, this breakup, triggered a lot of healing within you. And you're now coming into that star energy. You're the star of your own life. You're taking charge of your life. And you're manifesting your dreams. You're going to be manifesting your dreams. They're going to be coming true. Because you'll know you're worthy. You're in that energy of self-love. You know you're worthy. You know you're deserving. Let's look at some other energies. So we've got 2 clingy. So you could have been somebody who was a bit clingy in relationships. Get off the crazy train. Yeah, maybe you've been in connections where you got obsessed with people and you're stalking people. And we've got mirroring. So I do feel you mirrored each other a lot in your experiences and hiding your true self. So yeah. So you could have been very clingy in connections before. Maybe you were needy. You know, like we said in the masculines, maybe you got into codependent relationships because you were needy. And again, it could be inner child wounds there. Maybe you need to look at that. And you may have already been working on that because we've got the Strength card. So you've come into your own. Okay, you've found your strength. I feel this healing, you've really been working hard to become the person you're meant to be. And we've got step off the crazy train. So, yeah, you could have been in some crazy situations with people in relationships, I feel. Obsessions. This could be people obsessed with you or vice versa. Stalking energies. Dating around, not taking care of yourself, you know. So again, this helped you to take a step back, I feel, and look at what you're doing. Yeah, we've got justice coming in there. So yeah, justice energy and the 10 of Wands. So you're putting down the burdens of that. You're releasing all that toxic behavior and negative energy, if that's what resonated for you. And we've got the mirroring energies here. So you mirrored each other's good and bad aspects. Yeah, we've got 4 of Wands reversed. So I feel you were both in non-committal energy. Whether you admitted that to yourself or not, Divine Feminine, they were non-committal, you were non-committal. You both had heartbreak. You both had healing to do. And there was no way that you both were ready at that time to commit to anything. And I feel that you were hiding your true self, and this person mirrored back what they saw to you, of you. That's what they saw. Okay, your light, your shining light. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. So they saw you in this beautiful energy, you know, this passionate energy, this sexy, sensual energy. Somebody that's passionate, creative, And they had a lot of admiration for you. They really did. And yeah, they saw you in that way. Although they were not ready to take anything further, they did have you on high self-esteem, even though it doesn't seem that way. So this is my love lessons deck. Yeah, alone time needed. So you went into separation, and sometimes we need to be alone to do this deep inner work, this deep healing in a child wounding, whatever you were working on. We need to do this alone, you know, to really get in a good place. We've got High Priestess vibes. So this is your energy. You're very intuitive, highly empathetic, very psychic. You could have really reconnected with that aspect of you. This separation, you've really got in touch with yourself and your gifts. And again, you could have felt this past life connection with this person. You could have even had visions of past lives or dreams of past lives with this person. And yes, you're going through that transformation. You've been going through that transformation through this process. And you feel it was fated that you met this person. And this is my Sacred Journey Twin Flames deck. You feel it was fated that you met. And you did have some loving times with each other. And you're thinking about that, you know, the good times that you shared. And you felt that deep connection. And you're balancing out your masculine and feminine energies right now. As I say, the masculine is doing that as well. So as you come into balance, when you reach the same vibration, I feel that's when you will get pulled back. And yeah, you've really been connecting with your own intuition at this time. So that's been good for you to reconnect to that aspect of yourself. I honour my eternal spiritual... I honour my eternal spiritual and physical... Can't read it. I honour my eternal and spiritual vows with my divine partner. So there's a couple getting married here. I hadn't noticed that when I drew that card. So you are somebody that wants for that commitment. You want to have a commitment, whether it's with marriage, but a lot of you, maybe you do want that. You want to make vows. You want to commit to each other. You want to be on solid ground with this person. And you're in much greater awareness. We've got the number 11. So you're very self-aware right now. You're very aware of this connection. You're becoming more aware of your gifts. You're becoming aware of what you need to heal. You're just really tuned in right now to what you need to do to move forward. And yeah, your heart chakra's reopened. You've been working on your heart chakra, and you're open to give and receive love once more in a whole, full way, but somebody that is in the same energy. And you're ready for romantic love. You want romantic love in your life. So before, you could have been in those casual connections, you know, meeting lots of people, you know, no commitment, just casual, just fun, just lighthearted. But it does impact us after a while. And I think you learned that the hard way, maybe. And you step back from being in that energy, and you want somebody that's committed to you. You want, you know, one person to commit to and have that romantic and sensual loving with, just one person. And you want it to be your divine masculine. I have the power to change my reality when I consciously change my thinking. I raise my vibration and focus only on positive outcomes and manifestations. So yeah, you are so aware of your power now. You're so aware that you co-create with the universe, that your thoughts, words and deeds affect your reality. And being in that loving vibration, you know, merging with that love, with your heart space, will really help you to manifest these outcomes. Welcome surprises will be coming into your reality soon. Spirit has seen your struggles and wants to reward you for your dedication to your spiritual path. Many destined changes will now occur. These changes are divinely designed to bless you and put you on the correct path. How beautiful is that? So if you're waiting for a sign, divine feminine, things are changing. They, you know, your guides, your angels have seen the hard work you've been putting in, and you're going to be rewarded. Your guardian angels are connecting you to inspire your creativity. This divine inspiration is a way for you to connect with spirit, your higher self and your divine partner. Embrace your creativity, for this is part of your divine destiny. Your creations will bring you high honour and recognition. You will be blessed in abundance for sharing your healing gifts with the world. As you create, you will heal yourself, and you will reinvigorate and heal others in this journey. How beautiful is that? Absolutely beautiful. So again, your creativity is going to bring in abundance. It's going to help you to heal. It's going to help others to heal. And they're recognizing that in you, that you have this ability, this gift within you, a divine gift. And this will move you forward and reinvigorate you. How beautiful is that? And we've got reparenting yourself. So there could have been some inner child wound in here that you needed to heal. And I feel that was both of you. You could have had very difficult childhoods. And, you know, focusing on it in a child can really help us heal a lot of things. And doing that reparenting, doing that inner child work. You know, there's a lot of things online that you can connect with. Or just go into meditation and visualize your inner child and see what messages they have for you to connect with that. And yes, sexual freedom. So although maybe you were in casual connections, moving around, meeting lots of people, it wasn't freedom. You want to be free to express your true self. And I feel that you couldn't do that. You want to have that connection, that deep love, that deep soul connection, to express yourself fully and have the freedom to express yourself in that way. And with your divine partner, you will have that. You will both mutually have that. And yeah, love. This has told you the meaning of true unconditional love, and also about self-love. You've been loving on yourself, really getting into touch with your own love for yourself. So yeah, it's been an amazing lesson. So this is my divine qualities deck. So you're cleansing your mind, you're changing all patterns and negative self-talk. So this is important to do right now. We've got release, all that no longer serves you, and release the past. So I feel that you're doing a lot of release work right now as well. We saw that. Dreaming, dare to dream, follow your dreams. So daydreaming, dreaming at night. What are your dreams? What are your fantasies about the life you want? Dream it into reality. And you are a free spirit. Do not allow anyone to break your spirit, the essence of who you are. So you are a free spirit, and I feel the divine masculine saw that in you. And, you know, they were not, okay, they were not, but you were a good lesson for them in that. And empathy, feeling others' feelings and deep understanding. So you have that great empathy for others, and despite what you went through with your masculine, I feel you've always had that deep empathy for them. You always understood. And this is my Love Yourself deck. And moon magic, manifest do a moon ritual. So we have a powerful moon coming out, a new moon, which is the one for manifestations and setting intentions. So it's giving you a nudge here to do some sort of moon magic around the moon to help you manifest. And do not be afraid of change. Change can be good. So I fear that you are stepping out of the fear energy, a fear of change. You are starting to move forward and see that change can be good. And you're embracing your transformation, and you're coming into the best version of yourself. You are coming into the person that you're meant to be. And it's all through this connection. And although it can be painful and it's difficult and there's heartbreak and there's sadness and loss and grief and guilt, there is also a lot of good that can come out of it if you look at it from that point of view. Take the lessons, take the triggers into diving deeper within yourself and learning those lessons, and learning the main lesson, which is about self-love, loving yourself. And as we love ourselves, we are able to love others in a true, full way. So I'm going to leave it there. Love and blessings. Take care.